with it. 4-5 on deck and they will pit it. Pushing boys talking shit, but they ain't really with it.
I'm to give you good ducks to business. I told Iron that you skip like I gave you creases. Not jeans, crime scenes. They gon' need forensics. Little me, who me? I don't know who did it. Handle beat like I label yam so independent. You can call yourself a master when you don't know no limits. The sky's the limit. Oh shit, I believe in astrophysics. Time is ticking, therefore if you listen, it's time to get. Time to get. No more tripping, no more slipping. Just collect dough, monopolize the game where you pick up your check and pass go. No assholes, whatever, delete our cash flow. He tucked out, but I bounced back off last low. My last stroke was a treat. Why I had 1 million souls with the best green that they seen since Columbia Gold. My style's old, might be young, but I'm a wise old. Killing racks on any tracks that I get on. You plenty whack, they feeling that what type of shit they own. You ended nest, wear vests and silly Al Capone.
I'm about that money, so you know a nigga really with it. Niggas hating, got them young niggas that's really with it. 4-5 on.
Yeah. Y'all already know. Or y'all ain't even know, but now you know.
Now you know.
You know, it's definitely the Calico and Yasini show. You know, so it's gonna be a good one, of course. How you doing, Nessa?
Great. I cannot complain. How you doing, bro?
For those who've been missing you, because you know we used to seeing you twice a day, so I say hold on 2 times, 3 times a day. You know, nobody get it in like Yasini do.
I am so taking advantage of this downtime, you know. But yeah, I'm here when you call me.
That's for
Whenever
sure.
they need me, I'll show up.
That's for sure.
All right.
And you know, we speaking on Sonoluminescence. Yeah, Sonoluminescence and gas giants. I'm sure they're more familiar with the latter than they are, you know, or you know, or should I say that they're more familiar basically with gas giants than they are with sonoluminescence. But I'm sure we're gonna get them caught up.
Oh yeah,
we got that flat motherfucking power, don't we?
Oh yeah, my 2 favorite subjects too: sound and light, vibration.
Oh, exactly, sono, and then luminescence. We, you know, people probably more familiar with the word luminescence. They know that means light,
right?
But are they caught up with the sono, or do they know that sun means sound? That's why the Chinese have a a digital or a radio company called Sony. SONY. You know, the word SON, sun means sound. And that's wild that's the first name of the most famous gas giant, what we call the sun, right?
That's right.
You know, the most famous gas giant was first called sun. Oh, it still is in this language. Or what am I talking about? But
don't they call it like a red dwarf or something?
Our gas giant is a red dwarf.
Yeah.
So to speak, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Basically, it can only go down to a white dwarf. It can't increase. Well, I guess it will swell to a red giant, and then it'll quickly decrease. You know,
right. And let off a ton of energy, tons of energies, radiation, and all of that good stuff.
Yep. And this is some of that good stuff. You know, we going straight to UCLA.
Well, all right.
Which is, I'm sure, is a source that a lot of people would call a source. It's a source. You feel me? And we talking about the Putterman Research Group of UCLA. Right? And sonoluminescence. Yeah, I guess you already know, sis. You already know. I'm gonna let you do what you do well.
All right. Sound into light. That's luminescence. The energy of a sound wave in a fluid can concentrate by 12 orders of magnitude to create flashes of light that can be shorter than 50 picoseconds. A picosecond is a millionth of a millionth of a second. So the flashes originate from hot spots that form inside bubbles that nucleate, expand, and crash in response to the traveling sound wave. Okay, so we have observed hot spots as small as 10 nanometers and as large as 100 microns. We can generate them. We can generate them one shake at a time, or at a rep rate of 10 million times per second. Will the degree of energy focusing that can be achieved with the physics of luminescence, will it someday reach to thermonuclear fusion? Yeah, yeah, it's the bomb, the bomb. I was just having a flashback. Are you mute? Are you muted, Calico?
Yeah, I'm back. And could y'all see that when I had blew it up?
Yeah, but we didn't hear anything that you said. So
Yeah, but
can
like
you
you say
describe it?
in the movie above, or in the, the short video above, a cavitating bubble. You want to pick that up, sis?
A cavitating bubble is illuminated with a floodlight that is shining directly into the camera. Nevertheless, the flash of solar luminescence is easily seen as the bubble reaches its minimum radius. That's what's up.
See. I'm gonna ask my flat earthers, does that look familiar? You know what I mean? Because anybody that's pretty much studied, up until this point in their life, like I'm sure you know what a so-called star looks like under a telescope by now.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you still assume based on CGI? You know what I mean? That's what it's boiling down to. Like people taking the time to actually know what stars look like up under. Like what do
Yeah,
stars look like up under a telescope? Because they look a lot more.
it looked luminescence.
Yeah, they look more like this. You feel me?
Yeah, I busted them a long time ago
And
in
like
person,
these,
actually.
and like these.
Right.
And this is the same thing I'm showing you when I'm showing you sonoluminescence.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Even if these are simulations, the simulations of what's real, or they're almost basically like a still image of what we're talking about. Because we're gonna show you more though. We're
Right.
gonna
They
show
know
you.
as above, so below. All they have to
I'm
do
thinking
is,
I was showing y'all this. My bad. But
yeah,
looking
more
more
like
like
they look like.
yeah, looking more like this.
Yeah.
You know, just even though these are simulations, it's still, like I say, it's even more similar to what a still image of these look like under a telescope, and that's not even particularly it because I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. But I just wanted to get back to
That's
the
what it looks
to the
like.
UCLA article. Right, right, and you see this drop tower, right? They're talking about the drop tower
Mhm.
sonoluminescence. When this container of water is dropped just 1 inch, the impact causes a bubble of gas to emit a flash of light that is a microsecond long with an intensity of 150 watts. The interior of the bubble becomes over twice as hot as the surface of the sun.
What?
See, the reason a bubble, you know, in this theory is being compared to the gas giants that we see is because space is a superfluid. Space is a superfluid. So that's why it's possible for sonoluminescence to occur. You know, that's the only reason it's possible.
Right. Are they talking like plasma?
Exactly. Or like I always say, it's truly helium in its liquid form. You know, helium in this because helium is the most abundant element in the universe after carbon, and you know it's out there more than anything. So that would mean that the universe is comprised of helium, and it's helium at its liquid form because it takes extreme temperatures to reach its liquid form. Like other than that, it won't even budge. Like you know, it does. It's called a noble gas because it doesn't react under what we call normal circumstances. It doesn't even react. So it shows that to be more noble, we have to not react to, you know, mundane things. We can't let people stir us up. But yeah, helium is a helium in its liquid form, and helium is the most abundant element in the universe. So that's what I'm saying. The superfluid is helium.
Right. What they call plasma.
Yeah. It's just
they recognize
they don't want to call it water because it's not H2O, so they're gonna say plasma. Because it's probably a gel. It's probably such a I wouldn't say a dehydrated form of a liquid, but you know, it's oxygen deprived. So it's gonna be more sturdy.
Right. Exactly.
I'm assuming. I don't think it would be more fluid to pass through, but hey, I don't know. We haven't made it that far.
So are they talking about in general when they drop that container of water just 1 inch, the impact? A bubble of gas will emit a flashlight that's a microsecond long.
Yeah, and make it so bad, being that that's that tower, nothing can come in or nothing can escape. So it's a closed, capped off environment, pretty much like the universe, because the universe space is a vacuum.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it would be, shut off from anything being able to deter what's going on. And the same thing like that tower. So sonoluminescence, this is like, it's just like having that little glass globe that people shook up for Christmas or whatever, and it represents Earth. Like that little tower can represent the universe, so to speak. You feel me? Well, definitely, like it's just a microcosm, so to speak. So it's such it's such a small version, but it's still an experimentation of the macro.
It is. And it's more than likely being used on this earth plane, as some kind of firmament or material or enclosed circuit or like firmament is the best word I could think for it, but it's an enclosure. They know how the ecosystem is going to act in an enclosed place because they can mimic these tests that they do for scientific purposes. They can mimic anything once they find out what elements are involved, time, and get a procedure, study that, perfect a procedure then. And so they know that they can mimic what's out there on a lot of things down here. Again, the as above, so below. Find out what's going on up there, then do it down here on a lower scale, or find out what's going on inside and then do it on a bigger scale. But so you can again imagine somebody knowing what all these technical terminologies are and this kind of stuff, the solar luminescence, gas giants, red dwarfs, and also birth, nebulas, supernovas.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They're talking about
Yep.
these gas giants. They're gonna explode eventually. With shards in the house. Let me see. So physicists have been searching for years for ways to get gravity to agree with quantum mechanics. That search has produced string theory, causal dynamical triangulation, and others which seek to break gravity down into its component parts. Now, Stefano uh, Liberati of the International School for Advanced Studies and Luca Michon of Ludwig Maximum University think they have a better approach. So space time, they say, can be understood as a liquid. Superfluid, really composed of fundamental objects we may not have yet discovered. So space time's properties then emerge like water, which has emergent properties like fluidity and cohesion when H2O molecules are grouped together at the right temperature and pressure. And that was Clara Moskowitz, the Scientific American. Yeah. So now,
Yeah.
if our people learn quantum mechanics and string theory, causal dynamic triangulation, and all of that other stuff, we really wouldn't have time to do nothing else, I don't think.
Yeah.
But information like this is important enough for everybody to know. But for some reason, if we thought with the totality of everything in the universe, then we probably can get some better theories or better systems when we researching and studying. Definitely. See, that's what they don't want to call that. They don't want to call that helium, that blue stuff that they just showed. They'll just say plasma. They won't say what's endoplasma or nothing.
Yep. And they trying to act like it's of course a theory, but they're gonna act like gravity is more than a theory. But
No, it's
right
not.
at the same time, I can easily. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you that helium. The universe is really comprised of helium. That's the second most abundant element in the universe. Let me see if that pop up. Helium superfluid. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does that say, sis?
Helium is the second most abundant element in the universe after hydrogen.
Okay, after hydrogen. I don't know why they would say that when they know it's truly carbon. Watch
Right.
this. Watch this. That's crazy that they say that. They be doing all kind of stuff. I don't know what they want to say and what they want to do sometimes. Oh, now they're saying it's the fourth most. All right, though. But hey, I guess I was right about helium. All of a sudden, carbon, the building block of everything,
Right. Drop to
is
number
not.
4.
Yeah, it's dropped to number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me go back.
Yeah, the less we know about that, the better for them, huh?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. And yeah, they tripping. But yeah, helium is the second most abundant element in the universe, right? And let me see if they got enough sense to tell you it's helium at its liquid form. All right, hold on. I'm gonna just put liquid form after that. Let me see what they talking about. Solid states of matter theorizing to exist in astrophysics, high energy physics, and theories of quantum gravity. Right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Helium is unique in having two liquid forms. The normal liquid form is called helium-1 and exists at temperatures from its boiling point of 4.21 kelvins down to about 2.18 kelvins, right? And
Yeah.
they say
I'm
the
thinking
thermal
that.
conductivity of helium-4 becomes more than 1,000 times greater than that of copper. And we know how great of a conductor that is on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't sustain these temperatures to keep helium necessary at its liquid form. So, but the universe does this naturally.
Mm-hmm.
That temperature is no problem out there in the universe. So, it would be nothing to sustain the liquid form of helium. Let me see.
And if it's just a vacuum out there, there would be nothing for an engine or airplane to push off on to get out of there. Say if they did go out into space, they would just be sucked into a vacuum, or just free flowing around the universe and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't just drive their craft back because they're in a vacuum.
Exactly. Could Jupiter and Saturn contain liquid metal helium? Uh, yeah, because it's that bubble that we're speaking of. It's that sonoluminescence. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get them caught up a little bit more on that and let you
Mm-hmm.
hit them right there with another shake tube experiment. You can see yourself.
The origin of the elements, or
Yes.
could
Oh,
you?
shake tube sonoluminescence did not go down. Did not go down. Oh, hold on. I'm on.
Yeah.
My bad. Here you go. You can see what I'm seeing now.
Okay. Yeah. So the shake tube solar luminescence, a single flash of light from a 50 micrometer radius bubble and phosphoric acid. The tube shakes at 40 hertz. This setup was optimized by Avid Chakravarti, whose memory we wish to honor. Salute, Knowledge Uprising. Yeah, so you see the numbers on that. The radius of 50 micrometers, single flash. It's gotta be hard as hell to slow that down like that. I mean, you gotta have a badass camera to capture it. Sulfuric acid solo luminous. Peace. Okay, so if you move the banner, I can read the other one, unless you're not ready. So that's the sulfuric acid, sololuminescence.
Yeah, it's showing that it can be done in acid also, because even
Mm-hmm.
acid is a liquid. You know, it's just not alkaline, of course, but
Right.
even down to the types of acid like a sulfuric acid, we can have sonoluminescence, and this is how.
Yeah, it's present more than just here. It looks like it's in everything.
You gonna read it for us, sis?
Along with hydrogen. Yep. So integrated into this photograph are 1,500 flashes of light from an imploding bubble in sulfuric acid. So the blue dots or lines is the PNF in the house. Okay. The blue dots or line is the solar luminescence, while the red disk is from a laser backlight, which creates a shadow, outlining the bubble at its 90 micrometers maximum radius. So we became interested in sulfuric acid as a result of the work of the Suslick lab.
And once again, we got the water sonoluminescence.
Yeah, so this kind of stuff just makes me wonder what what they doing down there in the collider. You know, this kind of stuff, but deeper. They're trying to simulate the Big Bang, and we see this is how they do their testing. We see what all they'll go through for testing purposes, and I must wait till we keep reading and hear one of them go bang for real. Yeah, peace and love to PNF, Knowledge Uprising, and Richard. Thanks for stopping by. Yassini Calico Show, or vice versa. But yeah, bro, you think you think they're doing these kinds of tests where? I mean, other than the lab, you think they're also like trying to get something big to jump off in the collider? Or are you familiar with the
Yeah,
collider?
I mean, it's really like the mastery of free energy. You know, to the level. They want to be gods. They not. You know what I'm saying? Like they nowhere near. It's like still drawing with stick man. Like they drawing with stick
For
figures.
real?
Yeah, they drawing with stick figures. We over here making,
So that
Picasso's.
so that just
And I don't like. I don't mean to say Picasso because his art is wild as hell. I don't even understand it to this day. You feel me? But we making Basquiat's. Put it like that.
right. So if they don't really know what they're doing, then they're gonna try out every element in every way that they can, see what all it can do, because they like to blow up shit. But
Yes, sir.
it's
Yes,
also
ma'am.
dangerous if they for real don't know what the hell they doing.
Yeah. Did you read the water sonoluminescence?
I read that one. No, I thought I read it first though, before the sulfuric acid. Standing a standing a standing sound wave with a frequency of 40,000 cycles per second generates 40,000 flashes of light per second that can be seen with the unaided eye. So the blue or purple dots are the micron-sized spots formed in water by imploding bubbles. And that's a photograph from Ed Kashi.
And now it makes me think about how they always say, we had these electrical flashes and pulses in our brain, and is just water is the all. So being the goddess of everything,
Yes.
water, like the word we have for memory, MEM, like
Mm-hmm.
that's the root word. MEM means water. You feel me?
Oh
In
yeah.
Jewish, and what is it? And I don't think it's Kabbalah, the Kabbalah, but it's not even mysticism. It's the Jewish language, so to speak. You know what I mean? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
even gonna say Hebrew, but the word MEM means water, and that's where you're getting the word memory. So these electrical pulses that happen in our brain essentially are sonoluminescence. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
These are, it's the exact same thing. You feel me? And our
It is.
mind and our bodies is what keep it captivated because it can't escape. It's trapped in, just like the tower effect that we looked at earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and just like yeah, matter of fact, the first three they were all encapsed.
Yeah.
You feel me? The drop tower sonoluminescence, the shake tube sonoluminescence, and
That's what I'm
even the
saying.
water.
They got to have a lot of specs scientifically to like for everything. They have to have exact temperature, exact amount of helium, exact water vapor, exact timing. You know, it's critical. It is, but they know that they can do this once they know like how it works on another scale, on a bigger scale. Then they know they can duplicate it on a smaller scale and then use it to their advantage or for whatever they want to use it for. But like you said,
A simple
the knowledge
scientific
already
principle is
was
at
here.
stake: the principle of reproducibility.
Nothing is too wonderful to be true that it can't be reproduced in another experiment.
Exactly.
And this is what distinguishes science from religion.
It's
Yeah,
true. It's true. And that's my main point on this. Whatever they're doing in these thermoses or enclosed, encapsulated, makeshift firmaments, tubings, and colliders, I think it's dangerous for them to just be doing all of this. But uh, if they're getting breakthroughs and changing the world for the better for everybody, that's all good. But if you're still scheming and conniving, then that's something else. Flow induced. Wow. Are they even do you even know that there's a factor, say, like if some of the fluid or gases or liquids escapes? Calico.
my bad. I'm here. No, matter of fact, I was just trying to scroll back up so you can actually see the final one of basically the final says. Can you read that right there where it says dense microplasma?
Yeah. Yeah, it says all these examples of solar luminescence have led us to propose that solar luminescence is achieved in a dense plasma. In fact, these plasmas are so dense that the bubble blocks visible light. In order to stop light, a huge charge density is needed. Here, the free charge density is greater than 10 to the 21st power, free charges per cubic centimeter. Okay, so to reach such a charge density requires cooperation among the electrons and ions in such a way that a new phase transition occurs. And you can see search for discovery, new stories, physics today. Mm.
So it definitely has to be. And what a sonoluminescence achieved in a dense plasma.
Plasma, yes. And
You feel
so
me?
the plasma is not just one thing. It's not just helium. It's not just oxygen. I mean, the same thing in our body.
Wow, it makes you really want to know what's going on at the bottom of the ocean.
For real, for real.
You know, I mean, that's the densest plasma that we know. You know, and
And
it makes sense. It makes sense why like certain cultures had a name for it, like it was a god of its own, like
mm-hmm,
the Sumerians called it the Abzu, where we get the word abyss, the
mm-hmm,
abyss. But they have another name for fresh water. Like it's like saying all these different bodies of water. So it's saying the abyss is its own body of water. You feel me? Because it's that dense plasma, uh,
mm-hmm.
where solar luminescence could occur. Mhm. So that's why there would be a central sun beneath the earth if
Mm-hmm.
if it's possible it would go through obviously a dense plasma. And this is possible. So it's beyond that. You feel me? So what we
So,
call an earthquakes is probably just waves of that that bubble that's been captivated. It's just a way for it to regenerate.
mm-hmm.
It's the tower effect all over again that we just read up on. You know,
Wow.
real. So the inner earthlings, like my brother Red Squid would say, the inner earthlings might be causing that shake up that we call an earthquake. They was like, hey, gotta crank it back up.
It just might.
Real. You know how back in the day with the old cars, we had to slap on the hood sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, because by being the center of the earth, it's gonna have the highest vibration of sound and light.
Exactly. So
Yeah, it's gonna be as close to the dot as possible. I mean, as anything else. So I believe that periodically something goes off in that center, causes another concentric ring, and then starts some form of reset, either major reset or a reset within a reset. But it's sound. It's the number one science that we don't like to study or look at, but it's sound. Even if we study frequency, we're still not looking at sound itself with photon, vibration, frequency, electricity, power.
yep. Hold on, what's this? All right. You know, like they say, like we've been telling them anyway, sonoluminescence, the emission of light by various liquids when traveled by high frequency sound or ultrasonic
Mhm.
waves. Ultrasonic, that means sound. You feel me? Like an
Right.
ultrasound. But we just so used to this thing is using them so mundanely. Like, oh, you mean like when a woman's pregnant or ultrasound? No, ultrasound. That's why these things are really dangerous to a baby and all. Like we not understanding. I guess we don't know what the word ultra mean. Because
Mhm.
obviously we don't know what Sonic means. Like,
Right.
we see Sonic, like the character Sonic the Hedgehog, and we think it must mean something to do with with speed.
Right.
You know, when it has more so to do with sound, that's why we say like sonic boom. You know what I mean? Because that's what it has to do with. You know, so
Right.
ultrasonic waves of suitable intensity. Yeah.
So was we ever discussing in the beginning was the word what
Mm-hmm.
the word was? Did I discuss that with you one time? Or I think it was
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Jill.
Like, hey, that's the
I
sound.
said
Back
sound
to it.
the
Right back to it.
sound was the word um or or on because they're all interchangeable pretty much. But on the switch that turned everything on. That was the sound, the frequency. That was the word. On or which is what you want to do when you doing meditations to get your frequency higher. You want to and then the third word was okay and on.
Yeah, yeah. You can say potent.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, sure. You get me?
So
Omnipotent.
that was the word that jumped it off while somebody else is looking for the word was
And that word alone. I mean, I mean to cut you off, but I'm just saying that word alone. That word alone, omnipotent, shows you that in the beginning was what the ohm. The ohm is the
yeah,
sound. Yeah, the sound. In the beginning was the ohm, which we know is the highest vibration.
it
You get me?
is. And it's also the unit of measurement for resistance.
Hmm. Yeah, it's also the most ancient name for the sun. You know,
Yes,
and once again, sun. It was first SON, and even though it's SUN, however we want to put it, don't mean it still means sound. So it's
right.
crazy. It's saying that it's such a frequency coming from there. It's such a
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. When they say radiating, they mean the noise.
It
You know?
does. If you try it at home, say like you meditating and you oming, you can really probably if you're really good, you can shake your house. I'm not lying. You can shake shit. You can start shaking shit just with that vibration. Like you can shake walls and make a noise just by oming. Yeah. So if our ancestors knew about sound and frequency and solar luminescence, then for sure they knew how to make it rain or shake the earth or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Shake
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's just directing that energy. For one, when you're talking about something like a sound, using a weapon such as sound, it
Hmm.
can travel well beyond where you aim it. You feel me? Like it's
Right.
not just gonna go 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. You know, it's gonna spread and it's gonna go farther and farther and farther with till no end.
Right.
You
Because
feel
it's
me?
not going to be detected.
Yeah, even the softest murmur
Hmm.
it would just travel slower, but it's gonna make it. It's gonna make it to the same stretches and reaches that the scream does.
And then recreate itself.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
that's why we talk about the Akashic records because there ain't is nothing that hasn't there's not a murmur nor a scream that hasn't
been recorded.
resonated. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And logically speaking, you would think that if we're being simulated, we're being recorded, and we're being made or created, it's been recorded. You know,
yep,
the universe itself, memory, water is memory. It's recording shit.
yep. But let me see. Hold on, because I don't know. I think they think I'm tripping, so I'm gonna show them stars under what we call the telescope, of course,
Hmm.
not just with the naked eye.
Right. With good pair of binoculars,
Yeah, you
good
know.
ass camera, P9000.
You know, this is what we used to seeing. Oh, let's go. My bad. I gotta share this with y'all. Even though they'll show, well, that's even something they'll show you. Hold on, let me show you. It's more so, you know, it just looks like balls of light when you see them up under a true telescope.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. It looks like water. The patterns you'll see on a lot of them. I ain't looking for no
It does
CGI
look like
stuff.
water.
Yeah, I want to see independent images to show y'all. You know, just like they say right here, and you know, this is your expectation versus reality.
Uh,
You know,
I ain't never seen nothing like that, but I know
yeah.
I've seen.
No, I'm saying this is what people expect. People expect the big giant picture, but in
Right.
reality, this is all you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's what NASA be showing people. That big giant picture.
Yeah,
Right. Supernovas. I used to love watching the universe 15 years ago. Then I found out that all that shit is CGI.
yeah.
Everything. The earth, the picture of the earth, everything. The sun, the solar flares, all that shit is CGI.
Mm. Isn't this what they look like more so?
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know, there
Yeah,
is no.
yeah. If you go closer, you can see it's like liquidy.
Yep, yep, like a starry liquid, which is nothing but sonoluminescence.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Inside of this super fluid of helium that we call the universe.
Can you get any closer zoom than that?
Yeah, it just is gonna stay looking blurry because you know I actually be
Right.
looking.
I wanna
This how
see
I
the
would look in the telescope.
I want to see the blur because I can see some colors being defined.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find something on the other page.
Yep. Some look more watery than that, and like it's shimmering, like it is in a bubble. And all the ones I ever looked at, when I get close enough to it, that's how they look like, shimmering in some water, um, in motion, like it's a bubble or just bouncing off of something invisible. Just people who don't look at the sky don't even see how they twinkle.
Exactly.
They do. They be getting it. They be getting it on. If you look at the sun and at certain times, it also has like a bouncing motion to it.
Matter of fact, I don't know why it's taking so long to load up, but
Yes, that's what they look
now,
like.
now Saturn is the wildest guy in the whole universe to me. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like Saturn is still spectacular. It don't make no sense. It might not look like what they showing you,
Right,
but it's something like that because he really got the rings and he really bling bling.
right, and it's got the hex on it too. So
Yeah,
which is not supposed to be showing those straight lines,
exactly.
you
Like
know, but
can you see this? This is what I'm showing.
straight lines. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's exactly how they appear to me.
exactly. See, we over here achieving we done achieve sonoluminescence through acids. We've achieved sonoluminescence through water.
Mm-hmm.
But have we done it on a liquid helium level, which we know is a superconductor? Huh? Like we know water is a hell of a conductor for electricity. Like anything in the water gonna get shocked. You know,
Right.
but helium is a superconductor, so that means it's greater than water is at conducting this kind of electricity or energy, right?
Water, the reason why it's going to get shocked in water is because most of the water is so not clean. It's not a negative charge,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what's going to cause it to blow up. But real water doesn't have anything in it. It's negative, straight negative. Nothing is in it, and so it is the other polarity
Mm-hmm.
to whatever's got all the positive chemicals elements in it. So we hardly ever gonna come up on real water. Even the distilled water nowadays, it's got a taste to it, which it shouldn't. Distilled water shouldn't have a taste or a
Yeah, it
smell.
should be tasteless. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tasting it now. I'm thinking like, oh no, this ain't distilled water. If it is, it's it's still got something in it. So that's why things blow up when electric hits the water.
Wow, hold on, right? Helium will form a metallic liquid when mixed with what?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Now hold up,
What's that?
hold up.
Mercury?
Didn't they? What they just told us when I asked them? What I asked them
It was
about?
number two. Helium was number two
Yeah,
liquid.
exactly. Behind what?
Hydrogen.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. Because I said hydrogen is present everywhere, even if it's in the form of mist or lighter than mist. So you can't feel it, but it's there, the moisture from the hydrogen. And so helium, I was thinking might also be present wherever hydrogen is in
So watch this.
the form of a mist or metallic.
So approximately 73% of the mass of the visible universe is in the form of hydrogen.
Right.
Helium makes up about 25% of the mass. Mhm.
And
So,
everything else, 2%.
yep.
Wow.
Now watch this. What did we just read here? Helium will form a metallic liquid alloy
Mm-hmm. When
when
mixed with
mixed with
hydrogen.
hydrogen. Come on now. That's when the bomb's supposed to drop right there.
Wow. Well, so 25% of all the space is going to be mixed with hydrogen.
Yeah, so that's why space is a super fluid. But now I see that it's a liquid alloy more so than anything. Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's where we get our,
And it's
that
metal
barrier. That's where we get that barrier from. Because I tell
from
people,
the toroidal field.
I mean, definitely that, but I mean the barrier that we are calling those layers, those ozone layers and such,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because I always compared them trying to go up in a rocket to like trying to crash in the water. You're not. It's going to be hard as a brick. But this is
Mhm.
more than just water. This is a liquid alloy.
Mhm.
So you really slamming into titanium. You feel me? By even
Mhm.
dreaming of it.
Right.
Yep. And what we call an Earth is just a pocket that is
a bubble
yeah, it's a bubble.
enclosed in you
Yep.
know, its own
Yep.
protective helium helium liquid alloy / hydrogen cover or firmament or
Yeah,
enclosure.
casing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And it makes sense. That's how they know how the ecosystem works here, because they already know that we're enclosed. They already know that that there's gases, there's layers of gas inside the atmosphere. They already know how they can manipulate things and create things using
Hey,
the
see,
gases.
since they want people to wake up, but they just know that people just ain't gonna wake up. They got it all on one page.
Yeah.
Before you click on one, you know, if you just skim through all of them, you'll see, okay, could Jupiter and Saturn contain liquid metal helium? Helium will form a metallic liquid alloy mixed with hydrogen. Then right down here, origin of element. Approximately 73% of the mass of the visible universe is in the form of hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
Helium makes up 25% of the mass. Huh? Everything else is 2%. What? Hold on. So you saying liquid and helium, hydrogen and helium combined make what? And then you trying to tell me that's the only thing the universe is comprised of?
Right. And they're not bringing in this carbon, you know. They're saying that's number one and that's number two. Carbon is number four. And we know carbon is in everything that is
Everything.
alive.
Yep. Yep. The number one building block.
Exactly. The building blocks of life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got to get up on our science and sound.
Like people don't be understanding much of anything. Like they'll see this. Like I'm sure y'all can. Hold on. Okay, it's blowing up. Yeah. Like people to see these rays
Mm-hmm.
and not understand that light leads to a point,
Yeah,
obviously. And going off the angle, you can tell the distance. And
exactly.
you would not get 93 million miles if you did that, if you did the distance. And what I'm saying is, it's like, come on now.
And anybody
As big as we think it is.
who's ever studied that or heard it in the class or something should immediately have put their hand up. I would have 10 questions. Soon as they said that 93 million miles, like, yeah, right. That shit is local. The moon is local. They're the same size. They're what you call it? A duo or a binary pair. And they're electricity and magnetism. They have a role right here inside this bubble with us. Eric
Yep.
Dubay.
I'm gonna have to follow Eric Dubay. I didn't even know he was still doing his thing. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought he quit and start fighting or some shit.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy for real. The gas giants.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't they say stuff like that though?
Yeah,
Like, you got to go higher to see the curve.
yeah, you got to go outside of the Kuiper belt to get to the
Yeah.
gas
Yeah.
giants.
And then it'd be like boats disappear over the curve.
For real.
It's like, dang, that's a double negative. Whoa.
Actually, it's the asteroid belt, right? It's on the other side of the asteroid belt.
Mm-mm-mm.
What the hell is that?
Wow.
To the left.
Looks like a big heart from eating all them Big Macs.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, we know we're not eating the same meat or whatever we had back then. Anyway, it's worse than whatever it was before.
Shout out to Big Dog Philly OG in the house.
Yeah, all y'all, man. PNF, Red Squid, Philly OG, Shard, all y'all, keepers of the truth. Whoever, the new brother. Appreciate all y'all. Everybody gonna pop up later.
And
Yeah, I'm
so,
wilding out. Let me get
um,
off Twitter.
I made a video one time called "Frequency is Everything," and I just showed like all the different ways, like every single thing had you able to measure a sine wave or have a pulse or show that something's vibrating. And I showed it in colors. Every color has a vibration. Definitely a symbolism carry vibrations and all other ritualistic type stuff that they do. Everybody's all along is manipulating frequencies, even with words, even with our sound. That's phonics. So we manipulate the frequencies to cause something to happen, preferably what we wanted to happen. That's all that Aleister Crowley is saying that magic is getting somebody else to or manipulating things and people so it all work in favor of the outcome that's expected. That's magic, right? And so sound, frequency, resonant frequency, radiation, anything that's vibrating is coming from the sun. Words is coming from the sun. Sound is continuing to travel even after it's gone out of earsight. It's still alive and moving. It's just like it's just energy, never being destroyed and never being recreated, just transforming through the universe. Really,
Yeah. You see this? You see this?
all the way back in the 1800s.
What in the world? Let me blow that up. Yeah, they had some nerve, didn't they?
For non-addictive relief. Hmm.
Wow.
You can imagine what they would do with that shit today.
Are doing.
Yeah, put it in there. Mix it, mix
That
everything.
company has been privatized.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody. Hey,
that
hey.
company. Yeah, that company is probably making vast.
That's where they. That's where they get the slogan. I bet you can't just try it once. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you done for. You know, brought to you by
Oh
the.
yeah.
Brought to you by the makers of NASA. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Dang. But yeah, I'm hoping it really ain't that hard, and I'm hoping people definitely see what
Right.
see what the lick read.
I
Y'all
was
can
gonna
see that
say.
sonoluminescence is what we calling these gas giants or these stars, so to speak. Mhm. We can see that the universe is made up of liquid helium
Mhm.
and actually hydrogen and helium combined, which making that liquid alloy that we calling that superfluid universe. The universe is a superfluid. Ain't no way around it.
And so that same thing is going to be taking place inside our blood. Same thing. um, two elements, making it thicker like a plasma in the body. Acoustic horn, bubble jetting. It's the cavitation and microstreaming. And so yeah, later I was hoping that you would give us some of that knowledge on how dolphins is related to sound or solo luminescence.
Yeah, we got the God in the building. Now I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like what my brother Red Squid had dropped the other night, showing how those so-called extraterrestrial beings look like adult humanoid dolphins. So
Mm-hmm.
you could imagine that they would be able to take the science of sonoluminescence to another level, being down there in the dense liquid that we were just speaking of. You feel me?
Yep.
They're already there, and they already being the master scientists or the most geniuses of the world. Them in their humanoid form would have to have already mastered all these kind of things, and that's why there would be a world beneath the sea if we, you know, care to take a gander or just believe either or.
Yeah, I would choose to believe that dolphins could be as close to human form and as far as intelligence, minus being able to speak. Health, wealth, and prosperity to Hunter 4D.
Yeah, good to see the brother in the building. But acoustic horn, right? Just
Yeah.
showing some more sonoluminescence, but an acoustic horn, sonoluminescence from a few millimeter tip vibrating at 30 kilohertz. The wavelength of sound is larger than the spherical tip. So that little tip, like we just said, how sound is going to travel and become, more immense. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the snowball effect. But this device is used for ultrasound, like I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
assisted lipectomy. And this is a photograph of it. And even bubble jetting, in a traveling wave, collapsing bubbles shoot out a spike whose width is much smaller than the bubbles. And this is on the tiniest scale. This is the microcosm.
Mm-hmm.
Now we talking about the macro, which is the universe. This is
Right.
the condensed superfluid. Could you imagine what it would be? It would be what we call in a gas giant.
Mm-hmm.
Cavitation and micro steaming. Sonoluminescence is an example of cavitation. You feel me? So, which is the more general phenomenon describing the bubble formation and motion in a sound field. Put the bubble, a simple little bubble, put it in a sound field.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like saying, put somebody who's not athletic on a football field. Watch how we tackle him. In
Right.
this image, cavitation and micro steaming is generated in a traveling 1 megahertz sound wave in water. So it's generated in just 1 megahertz
Mm-hmm.
of sound wave. Now, come on now, you know how many megahertz we could drop. You feel it?
Oh yeah.
And that's why they calling it micro streaming. So they streaming the tiniest amount of
Right.
sound possible that, this is stuff that humans can't hear. You
Right.
feel me? That's why water and the animals in the water can hear greater, because water is all around them and it carries the sound, the slightest of
Mm-hmm.
sound. You know, it's like, you know, it's like being in a quiet forest and somebody step on a stick. They can't sneak up on you like that.
Right. Right.
You know, and cavitation and microsteaming might play a role in ultrasound medical therapeutics. So they know that your belly is full, full of a dense fluid, dense plasma, and
Absolutely.
and there's nothing to shake you up a little, and send the ultra sound to try to, you know, create some spark, so to speak. I don't think they care. You feel me? They know they could be harming babies.
Right.
You know, this is not medical advice and all that kind of stuff, but they know what it is. You know, I wouldn't approve. I mean, no. It just it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand the damage it does. It's like a dog whistle. Like humans can't hear, so they think it does nothing.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
like a deer whistle.
Yeah. And that's what the ultrasound is doing. Like we just don't know that it's so loud. It could hurt, it could harm it's harming the baby. For one, the sound itself is a weapon.
Oh yeah.
And we
It
think it
is.
has to be heard. We
Then
think it has to be heard because of the word sound.
Then we go through that with Cuba, like 5, 6 years ago, where the diplomats from the United States were like suddenly coming up with headaches and lethargic and can't move, and I mean they were really getting fucked up. And it was later said to be like a sonic weapon that was used, and they had to get all the people out of Cuba because somebody was poisoning them with sound.
Yes,
Did you hear
sir.
about that, Calico?
I'm glad we got the God in the building. That's so esoteric TV. I got to check the brother channel, and I just subscribed to him.
For sure.
For sure. But yeah, we definitely are over here on the Sonoluminescence, and he just explains on a micro, on a microcosm, it shows you what's going on in the macrocosm. Like obviously, the universe is creating the greatest sonoluminescence that we could imagine, and that's what we call them gas giants. What we call them stars and planets is really cavitation, a bubble, of a bubble in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Even right here, once again, multi-bubble sonoluminescence. Sonoluminescence from xenon bubbles in water driven by a sound field with a frequency of 1 megahertz. A flash of light is emitted as the implosion. It's an implosion, not an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're saying cavitate. You feel me? And space is already a vacuum. So this is the type of things that happens in space. They say if you were to go in outer space, you would implode. Do we know what that means? That we know what we know what explode means, right?
Right.
Okay. Explode is everything's going out.
Right.
Everything's going out. I mean, like boom. But guess what? The boom is in outer space. The boom is you're gonna be packed down to the smallest degree. Everything of you is gonna become smaller than a baseball. Boom.
Right.
Everything like you are gonna fit inside of a soda can. This soda can has not exploded, it has imploded. It's like taking a soda can down to the size of a penny. A full soda. Yeah. So once the bubble cavitates or implodes under the sound field, we have what we're talking about as sonoluminescence. The sound creating the the luminescence.
Mm-hmm.
Or the essence of light. You know, that's what
And
lum
so,
means. LUM is light.
right, and they're saying from each implosion, go back up some. From
Okay.
each implosion, there's a UV to infrared color spectrum. Same one, same color explosion from an implosion. Like the rainbow, same order from red to purple. That's crazy how that's uniform like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's talking about the spectrum of colors that come from the implosion. They're all the same. They're all the same color.
It's yes, ma'am. I would say back to it. Let me see if I got something on this page.
Yeah. Do you think of the explosion itself, like a gamma ray? When gamma rays explode,
Exactly.
yeah. Can you imagine how far? I mean, how close it is to reaching the Earth if that happens, or when that happens?
Let me see.
Because that's what it's gonna feel like soon. That sun is getting hotter.
Yeah, go get another one.
Frequency war. You got it, Hunter. Frequency war, sound war. And the sound war would really be bad because we wouldn't be able to hear the sound necessarily.
Exactly, and still being attacked.
Right.
Oh, they want me to sign in. I ain't got time for all that. But let me see.
Trillionfold. Picosecond flashes of light. Wow.
Let me think.
Yeah, look like somebody got to get up on their sound and frequency information.
For real, for real. So we can understand, more precisely. It is, obviously what I'm saying would be considered a theory for some odd reason.
Hmm.
You feel me? But obviously, everything I'm saying, science just won't say straight up. But they,
Right, but they'll
they
say
leaving the clues.
right, but they'll talk about gravity all day, huh?
Exactly. Like it's not a theory. They talk about
Right.
it like it's an absolute.
Definitely a theory.
When I'm only speaking on the absolutes and I'm adding them together.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been real. I wish y'all have been here a little earlier. Cause we've been going in and like this. This ain't even have nothing to do with the show in particular, but it's just something I ain't never seen. I'm like, damn, they was something else.
I know. It's producing heroin, talking about its aspirin.
I mean, I would even understand maybe even opium because that's a natural plant.
Shit.
But these suckers made something in the laboratory. That's a concoction. That's a drug, damn it.
Yeah,
That's
look
crazy.
how long ago it was too. 1896,
Yeah, 98.
1898.
Yeah.
Damn.
For a non-addictive, huh?
Right. It's good for a headache.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Okay,
bet there's
okay.
no way it was non-addictive.
What the brother say?
No way.
That's real. Yeah, we have routers in the home that do just that. They push out a frequency that
Mm,
we can't hear.
yeah.
You feel me? That doesn't, or, that does damage to our cells. You know what I'm saying? Our cell phones, all of this does that. You're right. Sono, right, is now a bioweapon taken
It
from
is.
the dolphin, or sonar, yeah, and other studied animals. That's real. Yeah. Sound, light, etc. are just different forms of radiation. That's real. That's what I was just saying. Yep. That's what radiating means.
It is. It means vibrating, moving, fusing together, atoms bumping into atoms. It also sound like, etc., just different forms of radiation. It's true.
Yep, it's buoyancy. We
And
know.
density.
That's why we talking about everything is a fluid. Water is the all. Even the universe is a super fluid. You know?
Hmm.
So buoyancy, uh, is a law above and below.
Useful rays. So you can be tracked.
Sidebar. The Jabberwockies contain a bioluminescent marker, called luciferosity. That's real. Yep. I know you say the Jabberwockies. So that you can be tracked. That's real though. You know it. Yep. Yeah. We some more scientists. But yeah, we ain't that kind of scientists. Real talk.
Right. We at least can start looking at the elements or the period periodic table of
Wow,
elements.
this how they got rich.
Bayer pharmaceutical products. Yeah.
Talking about some damn aspirin.
Right.
Bear. We gotta
Yeah.
watch out for these suckers.
I bet they was coughing like a mug back then.
Mm-hmm. That's our problem now.
They wouldn't dare try that shit now.
Who? Ain't people
Yeah.
coughing?
But they not getting no hair on.
They gonna do whatever they say. That's why the brother call them jabberwockies.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know anything that Bear does good personally.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just what it is, though. No lies being told. And
That's
uh,
right. Better start oming and oning and
yeah, whether it be on or knee, which means day or night, you know,
Oh yeah, because
real.
what it's really doing is just making you vibrate. So the larger or the bigger your ohm, the bigger the vibration. Like
Yeah,
say you feeling really low, you need some energy. You can actually ohm your frequency up higher.
mm-hmm.
Meditating or not, you can use other things with sound to heal the
Exactly.
body.
We can create the sonoluminescence within
Exactly.
by doing the ohms. You feel me? Like, and that's what knowledge itself come from. Like you being able to feel these things. We talking about some kundalini energy. Yeah, that means there's gonna be some sonoluminescent energy within
It
you.
is. It is.
That's a better way to put it. Since we want to talk about the chakra system, how about the sonoluminescent system?
How about, yep, you start with something simple like this, tuning for it.
Oh yeah.
This is really, really good for increasing your frequency quickly. Quickly. I also use other sounds like this.
Well, yeah.
It's not what I want for real, but
Oh, I love that. I know what you mean, like those bowls.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta sound.
It's soccer bowls. Yeah.
The sound is the phonics of the words. That's why we need to watch what we say, because the sounds that we creating are resonating at some frequency.
Hey, sis, we definitely got to check the brother out though. That's so esoteric. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You already know. Anybody going down that rabbit hole, we support you.
Yeah. Was
You
he
know?
on Red Squid the other night? Red Squid X?
I'm pretty sure they know each other.
I thought I saw his name in there.
Oh no, not that. No. Yeah, he in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had dropped that link. Anybody could have came up here and touched on anything right quick, or if y'all got any questions. Hey, y'all definitely hit that like button. I know I gotta remind y'all. I know how it be. You gotta click off the chat, go back, hit the like, come back. But I'm definitely gonna appreciate that because it's gonna help the algorithm. Because in a few minutes, it might be more people be able to pop right back on up here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you earlier. What do you think about bubbles? Are they really just bubbles inside of a bigger bubble, inside of bigger bubbles?
Yeah, because that I know what you're saying though. Yeah.
How else would we be able to see, like Mars and Venus? How else would we be able to see Mars and Venus? Unless it was like the two binary pair and the next bubble up on the other side, What I'm saying is after Earth has its sun and its moon, and then if it's inside some other bubble that would have Mars and Venus as the binary pair inside of it, inside of a bigger bubble that would have Jupiter and Saturn as the binary pair inside of it, and then an even bigger bubble with Neptune and Uranus inside of it, and just going on and on and on. I think Earth is the little bubble inside of a bigger bubble. The same way atoms and cells and everything else work.
Well, when even according to their science, when we pick it apart and look at what they be telling us, like I said, those are those layers are what we calling those ozone layers.
Mm-hmm.
So those are those layers of the bubble. You feel me? So like you said, it's a bubble inside of a bubble inside of a bubble inside of a bubble.
Right.
And
that could go on forever. We see that when we're using our computers. We know we could put a folder inside a folder inside a folder inside. That shit could go on forever.
Forever.
Because that's all the computer is really doing, is mimicking us, which would also be the same as the universe. We are just a micro version of a macro version of the universe.
I am.
Yes. Mystery flesh pit in Texas. Is it a mystery flesh? Look it up. Planets are not stars. They're not stars.
Yep.
Planets don't twinkle either. Stars twinkle. That's how you can tell the difference. That's one way.
What's this? So that was somebody against flat earth on the other one, but watch this. Look what the flat earther pictures show out of his own camera, or his own telescope. Obviously, we're not dealing with suns. That they say stars are suns. But But then we got stuff
Right.
looking like this. It's like, come
No,
on.
what they say is the sun is really just a star, but
Yeah.
it's not.
You know. You know, watch this. Like they say, real stars. Once again, real stars. Like I say, sono.
That's what I saw when I looked.
Yeah, sonoluminescence.
I should go out and look some more because in my youth I was fascinated, and I always had a good pair of binoculars. So I used to stay in the sky, stay looking in the darkness of the sky.
It's
I haven't been doing it lately, but the last time I looked, that's what they looked like. That's what the stars look like, and they look shimmering in water.
That's
White.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on now.
Yes. That's it. And if a person didn't ever see it, they would not believe that that's what stars look like. They would not believe it.
Exactly what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So, ain't nothing in the world, ain't nothing scientific can explain this more so than what I'm proposing when I say sonoluminescence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's where we getting this idea of gas giants or planets. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I bet you they're making some noise up there. I bet you it's vibrating high.
Yep.
Really high.
Like when you look at it, like the Earth is probably like, and it's crazy that he said living organism, because it's guess what? In the body of the universe, because we know, like we were saying, we're speaking on that plasma, you know, throughout the universe.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It begs that, you know, the universe is one body, and what we call the Earth is an organ of her. You know, it's an organ of the body of the universe. You know, and he said organism, but I'm saying it's literally like an organ. Like it might be the kidney. Right. It might be the kidney of the universe.
Right, and it's going to be resonated at a certain frequency, probably comparable to an organ.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm no musician, but I do know that those letters in music on the music chart does correspond directly with the color codes, with most frequencies on most things, like the organs in your body correspond to one of the music notes. Everything is corresponding with everything.
That's what sonoluminescence is, right? Like an electromagnetic bubble.
Yep.
That's been cavitated, whoosh, and it implodes and creates light from sound.
Yeah. So an implosion being the opposite of an explosion, but both implying death and then rebirth or life. Because if they implode, something else is being born, or something else is formulating out of it. Like the death of a star. The death of a star creates lots of life to new stars. It is a ball of energy, and you know, you can't tell how fast it's moving, but you can imagine, again, like the frequency or the waveform. If you was to measure directly across one of them, you probably get some phenomenal ass shit.
Yeah. See, the brother just confirmed it too. That's real. Because the earth secretes oils.
Mhm.
Only organs secrete oil in the human body.
Mhm.
And we always talk about as above, so below, as within, so
So
without.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can create electricity within water. I told you, if your water is not dirty, if it's pure water, pure H2O, it's all good. It's negative.
Hey, my boy got bars. Y'all see my boy has so esoteric. Brother got some bars. I would say I'm persistent to be the assistant to my infant. That's a seed which is a sun in the far distance. Yeah, I would say that was 1994. Man, y'all seen he hit him with some bars from 1994. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. 1994. Wow.
Hey, just like how can you create electricity within water? Yeah, just like how you can create electricity within water. Yeah, exactly. That's for real. Yeah, the brother got some bars. That's what's happening. Yeah, you in the right place then, because that's what we do over here. You know, Empress Yasini, D Calico. We always we buy that music, but
we gotta put that science down.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Whether we doing it with the music or we doing it, with a chalkboard.
Okay. For real. What's going on?
That's all it is. Elevating.
And looking at these colorful stars make me want to whip out my binoculars and go sit outside for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I can catch.
Just a little short video, just to show them.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the implosion. That's when the bubble implodes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that spark of light.
Yep. And that's all 1 megahertz of sound. Like, watch this. Hold on. I want to know. Can the human ear hear 1 megahertz?
No.
All right then. Watch this. What did it say? What did it say? It said people can hear sounds at frequencies from about 20 hertz. We ain't even talking about the megahertz.
Right, exactly.
Well, hold on. Why does people can hear sounds at frequencies from about 20 hertz, 20,000 hertz? Though we hear sounds best from 1,000 hertz to 5,000 hertz, where human speech is centered. Oh, just okay. Yeah, they dodging me a little bit. But hey. I want to hear what 1 megahertz sound like, goddamn it. But hey, matter of fact, So she still there?
Yeah, do you know how to find it?
Huh?
You know how to find it?
Nah. It's all right. Let me see. Yeah, red is always a
You can't use a frequency, um, a tone generator.
um.
Google tone generator, and then put the
Let me see if they got it on YouTube.
they got one on Google where you can just move the frequency up and down. It's called a tone generator.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's the first thing it say. Look, so as soon as you said that, that's the first thing it says. A tone generator.
Mm-hmm. But they got one on YouTube where you can, I mean, on Google where you can put the frequency in and it plays the tone for you.
Let me see. What's the sound?
Kristen owns her own home, and she did it with Divvy, a new way to rent to own.
Divvy was a perfect bridge for us between apartment living and home ownership.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa, I guess that's supposed to be it right there. Hold on. What happened? I'm gonna show my screen. This is crazy. We ain't no way in the world we can hear that.
What did you put in? 0.1 hertz?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if the seconds one moving, I wouldn't know it's playing.
Oh.
The volume all the way up. Yeah. Yeah, we can't even detect that. Man, that's crazy. But yeah. Where the fam at?
So I guess I'll be digging for my frequency is everything video again and see if I can modify it to show just how much everything is dealing with sound. And with every sound being a different frequency,
like
and some
to me,
frequencies being low or bad for you, and others lifting you. We gotta learn that when we're saying certain words, some of those are generating bad tones or sounds or frequencies, and it's being weighed on the body just by hearing them. Is the frequency is bad? The organs inside your body can detect bad tones. So if you have a tone that's vibrating high and it's a good tone, it's like a magical tone, like some word, any word, and then you change that word, but then you want the same feeling out of it, but the frequency is not the same. The frequency has changed. In fact, if you substituted it with the bad frequency, then you're going to get the adverse effect of what you're looking for. I'm coding, but I'm not. I'm saying if there's a something special in a word, like in Zen or Om, the word Om, and then you change the word Om to like foot or something. You're not gonna, and now instead of Om and you're saying foot vibration, it's not gonna be the same.
nope.
It's not.
And people don't understand that we're not saying it's something disgusting or anything when we say low vibrational.
Right.
We just mean the tone. We mean the
Exactly.
sound. We talking
What
about
you vibing
the
on?
literal vibration.
Exactly.
You know,
What you vibing on?
exactly.
And there's a real difference that you can feel when you're vibing high, or if you're vibing high, and then something comes along and fucks up your vibe. I guess Kendrick Lamar said it best. Don't kill my vibe. It's real easy to do. Yeah, you can straight screw up a person's vibration by just showing the fuck up.
See, I look at mastering sonoluminescence as a definite form of free energy because it's
Mhm.
just like saying a steam engine. A steam engine, you would literally have to only fill it up one time.
Mhm.
If you have to fill it up again, you must have a leak, and that would be a problem. You wouldn't be able to keep the pressure. What I'm saying
Right.
is, a steam engine is gonna heat up that same thing we speaking on, water. It's gonna heat up the water. It's gonna turn those bubbles, those molecules, into steam, and it's just gonna keep reversing and never escaping.
Right.
You
Because
know,
it's just
yeah.
gonna be creating fusion like
Mhm.
forever, like bumping into other molecules like forever.
See, water is so amazing that it can take on every form. We don't connect it with taking on fire. But like I've said before, water is fire. And right there with sonoluminescence, we see
Mhm.
that water can be light, like it can be that electrical shock.
Mhm.
Being that it has atoms. It can create that. Hmm?
Oh yeah.
So whoa, water is just amazing. And I don't think we should study anything beyond that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we should taint it.
Yeah.
Imagine the world being a much better place if the water was clean. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, like Bruce Lee said, be ye as water.
Mhm.
Be able to freeze up it, like, what I mean, like be able to block anything like a block of ice. Be
Mhm.
able to flow with anything like the ocean. Be able to rain down on your opponents. You know what I mean? Be able to disappear into thin air, literally. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for
Being
sure.
able to illuminate to the point that you're gonna shock them. When they thought you was a bubble that they could just pop, I could go pop his bubble. You know what I mean? But you dealing with the real deal. You feel me? That water,
Oh yeah, and it's
and it's unpredictable.
and it ranks really high when it comes to its properties being A1 or king or top of the line, especially when we find out uh, how it uses and stores and how it utilizes memory. How does it remember uh, shit from 50 million years ago? I mean, it has memory.
Wow. Hey, now that's nothing short of synchronicity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Brother say, you just learned about sonoluminescence last week.
Mm.
You
Wow.
know, and hey, and he here. So I'm,
And and he think like me. The implications.
yep.
That's why I
I'm
like to
asking.
say,
Yep.
what's the ramifications of that on everything? Especially knowing now, after
That's
today,
real.
everybody knows how important sound is. If you never
Exactly.
thought about it as being important before, you should. You should after today.
Exactly. See, and the pineal is ultra sensitive to vibration. So that's really saying that's ultra sensitive to sound, you know.
Yes.
And when we say that, we have what we call elf waves. You know, elf waves truly attack your pineal because they don't allow it to rest. You know, being that it's so sensitive to the vibration, these elf waves, which are extra low frequencies, they irritate the pineal because he or she, you know, the pineal understand or knows all too well that a sound is being emitted. You know, it's like that 1 kilohertz we tried to listen to. We couldn't hear it.
Right.
You know, that would irritate the pineal, and the pineal is like, turn that shit down. I'm trying to get some rest. But they keep it going all throughout the night, so that part of your mind is weary. The pineal doesn't get the rest because of these Wi-Fi's and, you know, because of these elf waves that they are emitting.
Oh yeah.
These extra low frequencies, they attack your pineal. You know, that's why they say if you ever heard those ringing sounds, you're like, like you just got a ring in the ears or whatever. They say that's them really testing you out. Because if obviously what they're saying is if you hear that ringing, your pineal works, and you can be attacked.
Oh yeah.
That's literally what they're trying to say.
For
And that's
sure.
why and if you notice, a lot of times we see, like even in movies, when people like drop, fall, pass out or whatever, they be about to go, and you start to hear that, like you'll hear that you know, that and then people lay it out on the floor and stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Real.
That's crazy for real. Yeah, anything can be used as a weapon, and sound definitely is being used as a weapon. Water is being used as a weapon. The food, the air. Yeah, shit. We got a lot of learning to do, a lot of cleanup to do, a lot of now that you know about sound, then you know to keep your vibration high. Like you just talked about the ELF, the extra low frequencies that come in through the form of music or just, you know, bad people or negative words or just drops your frequency. So if you sleeping at night and you've got some bullshit playing on your TV the whole time you sleep, that's definitely messing with the pineal gland. Definitely.
Yeah. The devil's tube. Yep.
Yep. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Oh yeah.
Yep. Everybody say, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. John D. Rockefeller. And what did he do? Created the General Education Board in 1903.
Yeah.
Come on now. How is that a good thing? Whoa. Planned enslavement through lack of knowledge. That's why I tell people education means a training. That's why, you know, the word, put it like this, our elders, they grew up watching who they call Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed was a horse. Ed was short for education. So education means a training because animals need a training. You know, we need erudition. Erudition is scholarship by scholars.
Okay.
We need that. We don't need this. You know? So the aim of public education is not to spread enlightenment at all. It is simply to reduce as many individuals as possible to the same safe level to breed and what did I say? Train
Yep.
a standardized citizenry to put down dissent and originality.
Yep.
So you see why they got these rappers as our rappers. You see how they got these, you know, politicians as our politicians, these leaders as our leaders, these reverends in the church. Don't you think if they really let our people be themselves, we'd probably still be in church because it'd be the pastors would be like Reverend Ike and you know Dr. Deborah Blair, and I mean it'd be such a vast amount of reverence to choose from that we would be able to all just have our place. Like I'm going here every weekend.
Right.
Matter of fact, I go to night church and I go to night service. I don't miss a beat. You feel me? But now they want us all to be unoriginal. You know, we can't be original.
No.
With nothing we do, with our music, with our teaching.
No, you're right.
You know, even if they want to preach, they can't do it unless they're gonna be the same copycat as Reverend Pork Chop. You know? If you ain't keeping it fat and stupid, it ain't gonna cut it. You know, you must be trying to be original. That ain't gonna work around here.
But you can imagine a time when it did work though. I think they call it.
It works anytime that people actually do it. You know, anytime people don't be original, anytime, you know.
One day an age is gonna come around where all the evil, hateful people like didn't make it to that realm or something. And we're gonna experience a golden age. You know? All the real non-thinkers, the sheeple, the people who don't want to learn nothing or know anything, the bad people, the people who wake up wanting to kill innocent people, all of them is gonna like fall to hell one day. The earth is gonna be good after it learns how to heal herself, which I can imagine checking it out right now. She's definitely in trouble and need help. The sun too. The sun is being blocked out. And so,
it's a war. It's a war. It's a war on your melanin.
It is.
You know, because the sun, you know, it brings that information to you.
Exactly.
It gives everything in the world information. This is what we mean by genetic code. We're talking about what the sun has encoded in you. You know, the information that it encoded in you.
Right.
It's just like we have, you know, how we be like, if these walls could speak, well, those walls might have been around for 20, 30, 50, 100 or whatever year, but the sun has been around much longer than that. And if this sun could talk, it does, and it encodes its message in you.
Right.
It gives you wisdom.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna know if you need to go in the house.
That's right. And it's not gonna just stop making trees or food on trees. I mean, it's not gonna just stop, don't grow no more food, and now the whole world is don't have no more food. Come on now. The sun is still doing what it's supposed to do, even though they're blocking it out.
What you needed me to spell again, brother? I ain't catch that when you asked me. Yeah. Is it why I ain't dreaming no more? Ain't gonna lie, like matter of fact, that makes sense too about the elf waves and why he wasn't dreaming. But at the same time, I know for me, I felt like, you know, because I'm hip to lucid dreaming, and I, you know, I felt like my dreams was trying to run away from it because they know I grab them by the horns, and I, you know, I would lucidly achieve things through the dream world. So I felt like, damn, my dreams are evading me because I want it too bad. I want a dream just so I can go lucid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but I ain't dreamed for some
If you
years.
tell somebody and describe it like that, really, they're only gonna come up with one conclusion, and that is you have to go to sleep to have a lot of dreams. You gotta like sleep. If you love dreaming, you love sleep. Not saying that you have to be asleep while you're dreaming, but at least like go get in the bed, lay down, put you some mellow music on, or have nothing at all, and dreams they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up and take off. If they're being blocked, then turn the TV off, turn the radio off.
Hey, I want to know, is the brother going live tonight? Like what I'm reading. He say he broadcasting tonight from undisclosed location. Because the subject tonight's America expose is terrorism, killer army 98. I don't know if he was just typing that. I don't know. I was just asking, was the brother going live, especially talking that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We definitely support.
Right.
And like the brother said, and so he said, I'm reaching far, but he said, I remember when a Jewish buddy with the island got arrested and all that child, yeah, started coming out. There was a huge room in the streets that their adrenaline was spiked. Damn.
Somebody's.
Where'd you find that, son? Hey.
Wow.
Yep, and that's crazy. Matter of fact, you made me want to show that video I got that what you call it, that Monkey King scene with the adrenochrome. But they ain't gonna do them. I'm gonna put a copyright thing on it. I'm gonna let it go. But it's on my page. But you can't even put adrenochrome in a head and a title no more. They're gonna take your video.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Sister Yasini did it years ago.
We already know.
That was like one of our first 2 or 3 videos we ever did. And we ain't played with them. That was like 3 years ago, but we knocked their heads off.
I sent you that video. You can't edit that up and see if we can get away with something.
You sent it to me?
I did. I thought I did.
Well, you sure need to.
I definitely got it.
Yeah, I could try to chop it up, but you know how they get. And I still got 1 strike, but it'll be up in like 2 weeks. I might take another swing at the plate. You know what I mean?
We cleaned up certain words or edit out some shit.
Hey, I'm like Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, you got your backup channel already ready, huh?
Oh, it ain't gonna. You know, it ain't gonna save me. It'll take 5 years to get right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I fall down, but shoot, I was supposed to have been gone so many times. You know, they had me good last time. Something just, sparked me and told me to matter of fact, unlist a lot of videos and put them private. I'm like, I'm already got a strike for nothing for old video. I'm like, let me unlist some of these videos. And I know no person could see these videos. They were private, and I still got strikes for them. But they said the only reason they're not gonna count the strike is because I've already unlisted the videos. I'm like, wow. So I would have had 3 strikes in 1 week. You know?
Damn.
They tried to hit me with 2 more because I already had 1. And I know nobody couldn't report it because it was not even private. It was private. Nobody, no human could see it. Unless they're on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like they gotta work for YouTube.
And even what I'm looking at now, the silent weapons for quiet wars, there's a lot of other shit out there that's way worse than, what we be saying, what we be talking about. They're not hiding any information.
They know, number one, like they say, we're not going to read. And I ain't going to say me, you, nobody on here. Everybody on here, we are different. And that's why it's not a lot of us over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you see them big numbers and all that, that don't mean nothing, man. It means you got a lot of dummies, man. A lot of dummies out there. I don't care if it's a good video. they so dumb it went over their heads, man. I don't mean a little bit of it, some of it, half of it, all of it. It went over their heads, man. So they know they can feed the ducks, you know, big bread. They can't handle it. You know, they can't handle this, man. Trust me. That's why they ain't.
Hollow said she was lucid dreaming and almost became a master at it.
That's real.
It is, and it's awesome.
Yep. Exactly. At any age, at every age, every chance you get, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we love, you know, being up and doing our thing, but it's something about when we in the bed, nobody wants to get up in the morning.
Oh,
you know, everybody want to go back to sleep. You know.
Yeah, I don't.
No matter what.
What do you call it? Recurring dreams. I almost mastered that. I can't say, "Oh no, I'm finishing that," and then go back to sleep and finish it.
Yeah, all I need is a nap too. I give me a little nap. I'd be good. Like, it's crazy. Like sometimes I could be so asleep, I'm you know, sleepy. I'm about to fall asleep in the chair. Then all of a sudden, after about them 2-3 minutes of almost going to sleep, sitting up, when I wake up, I be right back up for another 8 hours.
Right, it's like a supercharge or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Supercharge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they living. That's how they living. You know, because you got to realize, like, when we talking about that, you know, that adrenochrome, like the blood has so many minerals in it, and that's the reason we eat anything that's so-called nourishing. So they probably don't eat anything. They don't need anything to eat because they have blood. It has all the minerals. They've eaten the blood. It's like saying they, you know, I wish they just drank it out of a cow and, you know, let them have all the blood out of all the steaks. Damn it, you know. Y'all want all the chicken blood. You get all this chicken blood.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't want that. They want yours. You know, they want those minerals that benefit your body. So they want it. You know, because it's gonna benefit them. So you can live off just minerals alone. You don't need water, meat, you know, veggie, nothing. You got the mineral.
And you could rehydrate yourself.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, they're getting it straight out of the blood. They're getting the hydrogen, and that's how they gonna hydrate you. They're getting it out of you. For real.
Most definitely.
Yep. Yep, and that's another thing about the fact that we do absorb sunlight. So it's like I always tell people, like, you are what you eat. So it's like saying, okay, it's just like a sponge. If a sponge absorbs water, what is that sponge essentially? Like I asked my daughter, and she knows the answer so easily. You know, I know y'all adults know. You feel me? She says it's water. I would say exactly, and you absorb sunlight. So what are you?
Condensed sunlight.
Yeah, condensed sunlight. Period. You know, you are that. You radiate. You know, your aura, all of that exists. You know, because you are the sun. You are walking suns. You know, what up, sun? All of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for real. I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing your name a lot for a long time. I would have thought if he had a channel, his channel definitely would be big though. I definitely done seen that brother name a whole damn lot. Hollow Vegeta.
Was that right?
Heck yeah. I'm talking about on everybody's channel. Like he be on that knowledge. He a master student. I don't know if he, you know, rock with Crumb because Crumb, you know, he don't own the term master student, but he definitely coined the term. you know, made it popular or whatever. But we all master students if you're
Right.
no matter who you rock with.
I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That brother did that. If you dropping truth beyond what we know, you will be shunned by the algorithm. You know it. Come on, man. Like, they want me to do one of these kind of powerful videos like every 3 months, and then they'll give me the numbers I deserve. They're gonna want that video to sit there for 3. Man, I don't give a damn about no numbers, but I'm saying I wish more people would see it to wake up. But that don't mean more numbers don't mean they actually watched it. Don't mean they actually caught on.
Right.
Nothing.
And if so if the sun is beaming with information flowing into us as condensed sunlight, then it stands to say that eventually everybody's gonna wake the fuck up with information, whether they read or woke now. The sun's gonna give it to them. Not to mention, you know, if you get a hold to some water that's not too fucked up, that's still got some of its properties, it's still gonna do its job as the universal solvent. It's still gonna have memory that you can obtain from it. If we hug a tree more, we're gonna get extra memory, better vibration. So there's things that we can do in conjunction with nature to hold on and not be slaughtered like they try to do. I mean, imagine if everybody went and took the shot. Let's just say that.
Man,
that would be bad. That would be bad.
And that's one thing we never want all of us to do is just everybody do one damn thing. Like,
right.
I mean, it could be the best thing in the world. It's like, hey, this is the best vegetable you could eat. But guess what? I don't want all y'all to just eat it up because shit, I need that. You know? Shit. Okay. Dang, man. And y'all don't even like that, man. Y'all leave my stuff alone. You feel me? That type of thing, man. Shoot. You know? But it is what it is. Like, we got to be original. And especially after seeing how they don't want us to be, how they modeled us not to be, man, we have to be original. Real.
Hollow's gonna go hug his trees tomorrow.
That's what's up.
Or down a lemon tree. I'm telling you, I got this tree at my friend's house that I hug whenever I see it. Because we got to start looking at them as like our first cousins or something.
That's Kush, not COVID. And I said that's Kush, not COVID. But
all right.
That's for real. Like I always say though, you know, in all religions, basically, like trees are mentioned, but you know, it's like an afterthought. People don't understand that the tree was, you know, the forethought. It should have been more significant to you. Like truly, like Buddha was enlightened under the Bodhi tree. You know, Moses spoke to the burning bush. You know, I mean, even Jesus was born under a tree.
Yeah, and we know for a fact that trees hold memory. So where's
I mean,
record?
Yeah. Everything has water. Everything has water. Water is that all. So water places herself in every position to watch all things. You know, and with that, you know, the memory is being acquired from every position. You know, it's like saying, I got somebody just as intellectual as me on the other side of your ass.
Yes.
So got their scopes on you, and they really can see, and you know they're scouting you.
Right.
So you need to be on your A game.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just me; it's all around you, and they all just like me. You in trouble, brother. You know what I mean? For real, for real. And that's what water is. Water is that great all, you know what I mean? All intelligence, all, powerful and potent and pure, perfect, water. All love, all everything.
The more people learn to love water, love the sun, love the moon, love the trees, when they have genuine love for that, then most of their thoughts will be more pure. Because every time you go outside, you're gonna see trees. Every morning when you look at the sun, that's Ra. You should be saying hey or something. We gotta start talking to the things around us that's damn near the same as us. Plants, I promise you, plants can hear and move, and it's silent, but they respond in other ways. When you're taking care of them good, you're talking to them and singing to them. That's when they grow. That's when they're gonna be the greenest. If you ignore your plant a lot, then it's not gonna be thriving that much. And that's what they show in some tests with water, with the rice, showing how if you say negative things to it,
Man,
grotesque shit to the water, and then you freeze it, and it turns into like a snowflake. Some of those snowflakes be fucked up, depending on what you said to the water. Some of them be just okay, not the prettiest, but not the ugliest either. And then the ones that you talked to and said, "I love you" every day, came out to be the most beautiful snowflakes. So we know for a fact that there's a relationship between our words and water or other living organisms that we don't consider to be alive and well and breathing in an organism, but they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have organs.
And I just had a premonition. Like, it made me also kind of think about how this method, because the method that you just spoke of, speaking with the water, was brought to life by Dr. Masaru Emoto. But all of our lives, the first form of talking to, something was talking to plants, right? And like we said, the water going to find its way in everything, and that's what's going to make it divine. And what I'm saying is, us giving that that sound once again, us illuminating that sound to the plants, talking to the plants, whispering these sweet nothing, created these fruits, these plants, these veggies, these, what it was. That's where the spell had to come from.
Absolutely.
From speaking the love into the plant. Speaking what you desired into the plant, putting your will into the plant, and then you yielding what you desired.
Right. But you're saying it to something that can understand what you're saying, and not just, I know there's no such thing as an inanimate object, but, let's just say some people talk to things that can't help them do shit, or can't make them more intelligent, can't give them any answers, can't provoke thought or nothing. But plants and trees, even the ground is a healer when it's combined with sun gazing and putting the right foods in, of course, and then trying to keep your mind from going left all the time, so all of those things with nature itself can heal a person.
Yeah. Jesus was crucified on a tree or hung from a tree,
Right.
basically. Yeah, I
They're
know
not
that
gonna
one too.
tell you that because then they're gonna know that he was a nigga or something.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we got y'all seen in the building. I hope y'all please smash that like button. Y'all already know how this algorithm work better than me. It's only gonna help somebody else get the video. It's gonna get recommended to them right now.
That's right.
You know,
Smash
for
that like.
real.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should have said that in the other video. I'm talking. I only had like 5 likes, and all them people had watched it. You know, in the premiere. I'm like, I gotta start saying smash the like button because I be the same way. I be in the chat or whatever. I had to close out, go hit that like, come back, because you know the live chat is gonna open up automatically as soon as you go to the video.
Right.
It's not gonna put the like in your face, and I understand.
So I wanted to ask Hollow, what kind of oil is he infusing with orange and lemon and rosemary? If you can type it in the chat, like cooking oils or um, what do you call these little things? Essential oils?
Hmm.
You talking about grapeseed oils or what?
Yeah, all those kind of essential oils. But I know olive oil is one of the best.
To
Um,
put on the fruit?
no, that's what he was speaking on. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah, I
kind
want to know what kind of oil he's infusing with his oranges and lemons.
of. Oh, he infusing. Okay. Oh, yeah. So he
Right.
using. Yeah. You know, but you know, the oil can be your choice, and you just gonna infuse it. But you saying that's what he sells a certain product?
That's
Oh,
what he said he be doing. From the trees in his yards now, he infuses them with oil. So I just want to know what kind of oil.
man, I remember the days
See, somebody's talking
running.
about castor oil. That shit is so nasty.
Yeah, but it's good for certain things like your hair. It's very good for hair
Oh my
and
god!
nails and stuff
But
like
I
that.
don't want to eat it in my fruit.
I can understand that. I wouldn't either.
Castor oil is super nasty.
Yeah, it's not tasteful. It's not for the palate.
Oh my goodness.
R.P. Mona Harrison, for real, whoever that sister is. I'm with you, brother.
All right, all right.
Yep, and you know, on to the confront plants feel pain and do communicate to neighboring plants. Yep,
Hmm.
yep, yep.
And I was gonna say the way that you can tell is that, and you have to have a real good eye for it, but um, the normal green that they are when they're not feeling well or got a frequency problem, that green will change to a lighter, slightly lighter, uglier shade if you know what you're looking for. Say if your plants was vividly green and shiny every day, and then something happened where now they lost that green vibrancy. That's because you probably moved it or probably got into some negative radio or whatever, or you didn't put no oxygen on the dirt or whatever. But it be noticing thing. I mean, it's an organism. They're
Hey,
organism. They just can't talk and walk like us, but they definitely are alive.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like the brother was talking about infusing oils and
Right.
certain things, and like we were saying, certain things might not be, pleasurable for the palate. The best thing about it,
Hmm.
boom, boom, you can always put it on your skin. You know,
Hmm.
like I was saying, castor oil is great for your hair. And it's great for your
Hmm.
nails because obviously to put it on your hair, you're gonna have to use your hands. It's gonna get on your nails, but it's gonna benefit those nails.
Hmm.
So yeah, I wouldn't say the palate, but for the skin, for those rough behind feet and that hair and stuff, which is dead skin cells. That's all hair is. It's good. Castor oil is good for that.
And something he said about turpentine. So make sure you say that it's the food grade turpentine and not just, the turpentine sitting there on my table that I use to clean paintbrushes with.
Hey,
definitely got to be the food
brother
grade.
Hunter funny. Hey, we all done that, man. We all done it. I'm talking about back in the day when I was a jit. I'm talking about when they go to commercial, my team be losing and shit. I try to make the Magic whoop the Bulls in the final. I'm like, hold on, let me go out here and make some free throws. Like, it went to commercial. I'm like, oh man, let me go make the free throws for him.
Right.
And what I'm saying, then run back in here in the show and what I'm saying, sit down and watch him make them.
Wow.
I'm like, man, he missed both of them. I'm
I
like,
was gonna say if that worked, then
it ain't work. But I tried it again anyways. Every time. So when it did work, I don't know. But I know it wasn't 100. I know it wasn't 100%. So it didn't really work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah. I'm from a tree. Grapeseed.
Yeah, bro. Say
I never thought about doing that.
Yes, I
Putting
did.
some oil on my fruit.
I'm gonna have to see the benefit in it. Yeah, I know it sounds a lot better than that wax they be putting on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't never lied.
Yeah, going to sell us apples with wax on them and all this. We can't even eat the skin no more.
Right.
Which is always the best part as far as health-wise.
Oh yeah. But I was thinking about Dr. Africa said that oil and water don't mix, even in the body.
Yep.
Okay, so then what about olive oil and grapeseed oil then?
I mean, they have their place because you have oils in your body,
right?
But you don't. You want to regulate everything. You don't want to You don't want the wrong thing in your body because there's a such thing as good cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
So good cholesterol is necessary. You have to have it to be healthy. And good cholesterol comes from like foods like avocado and all that. And these things have cholesterol, but they are what we consider good cholesterol. So, it's never what you do. So eating something like avocado, when you eat avocado, you're going to have the oil in you. Your body will break that down. You feel me? You're eating a whole avocado where they get the oil from,
Right.
And the same thing with an olive and everything else. You're getting the oil in you. It's just not coming from being pressed or refined or anything. It's the natural way.
Right. Did we ever do a video together with on parasites?
Not that I can't. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But you got some material on that. I take it. I take it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely need to break down them parasites.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we done spoke on like that port worm and all of that kind of stuff, but I don't think we did a like real presentation on it.
See, and then, ooh, that's some nasty shit. Now he's talking about the castor oil. The castor oil is so nasty. All of that stuff that my moms used to give me, for bowel movement or whatever, detox. All of that shit. If I had to take it today, like the syrup and black draw and the castor oil, that's like the nastiest shit I've ever tasted in my life. And if I had to do it now as an adult, it wouldn't happen.
Hey, I'm not scared of the number 666, right?
Right.
But when I tell you it's this medicine that's called 666, I'm scared of that. And that's this nastiest taste I ever had to put in my mouth.
Well, what color is it?
It's like, you know, slightly yellow, I guess. I probably could look it up. Because it was just, man, it's ridiculous. It was, man, it's horrible. What's this?
I know the last time I took castor oil, I threw it up. I couldn't do it. The last time I took syrup and black draw, I had to swallow it. And I did, but
yeah, I got to put them on
you
blast.
don't ever want to swallow that again.
Hey,
you don't ever want to take no shit.
No,
like
I got to put them on blast. You made me do it. It ain't my fault. Did I do that?
Oh my God.
It ain't my fault. Did I do that? You see, it got old dust on it. Nobody has ever used a whole bottle of this in no home.
I would love to know what's in that.
Let's see.
Shit.
They need to be sued. Monticello Drug Company. See, that sounds like Monsanto.
Okay.
Drug Company, Jacksonville, Florida. This, and I don't think nobody ever took it twice in their life. I ain't like this stuff here. Come on, man. This thing inspired.
I definitely wouldn't take it just by the name. Like I said, I know the importance of sixes, but I wouldn't be taking that.
Man, I'm talking some Christians made this 666 medicine. I ain't lying.
Yeah, you know how you were breaking down Rite Aid and the pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
They definitely made that to do some damage.
This stuff is wicked.
I'm sure it ain't got one good ingredient in it.
I probably ain't took none since 1990. You see that date on there? That's probably when I had mine. I ain't lying.
Damn.
I can't believe they still making this stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, why would they stop? Now the people out there know what to really buy to put in this scissor. Go get you some of that.
Oh my gosh.
With some turpentine and some castor oil. Mix that.
Hey.
I know that Vicks Formula 44.
Hey. Oh my gosh. And why would this be called Creolin? Oh my God. So
and look at the picture around it. It's gonna explode it. Somebody about to explode if they take that. That's what it's showing me.
And we know what a Creole is.
Oh
my gosh.
Look, I put the red circle with the line across it on there.
Look, they could say Creolin. So they're trying to say it's gonna wipe it clean, like a Creole has been wiped clean of his dark genes, is what they saying.
Oh shit.
So Creolin is this general purpose cleanser that's gonna cleanse and deodorize, gonna wipe it clean. But we really mean get all of that dirt, smudge, whatever, strip it of anything that made it dark. Let's let's blake it, let's bleach it, let's
black
yeah. Let's break it down. Creolin, oh man, they crazy. They got all kind of wicked.
Wow.
That was the nastiest medicine in the world. I promise
you. We've been getting poisoned since forever.
I'm talking about if you drink that medicine,
yeah,
and then get taught this stuff right here. Man, you're gonna be giving up 10%.
Yeah, he drank that shit, and now he got 2 kids tied up.
Hey, exactly. Hey, if you drink that, I promise you're gonna be giving up 10% every Sunday. And and watch this right here.
Oh shit.
Wow. And look, they had to put it right there. They're talking about 666.
Right.
They're talking about medicine in the United States. 666 is a brand name of cough syrup. They know that thing is devilish. They had to put it up here with their homie.
Wow.
Yeah, that was wicked. I ain't lying to you. I promise you. Yeah, you made me put him on blast. I might have to clip that. Just nah, I ain't gonna even do it to him.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
I don't. Anybody who already know, they done cried already, so I ain't got to do it.
and that shit ain't even, you ain't even supposed to be using no shit like that. If you got a cold and you coughing and nose running and all of that shit, that's your body getting rid of toxins. So what's gonna happen if you drink that shit and it just like rushes everything down into the toilet, like just pull everything out, the good stuff, the bad stuff, everything. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take that. You got to sleep the whole day after taking that shit. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Watch that. Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, an excerpt from page 7. The quality of education given to the lower class must be of the poorest sort, so that the moat of ignorance isolating the inferior class from the superior class is and remains incomprehensible to the inferior class. With such an initial handicap, even bright lower class individuals have little, if any, hope of extricating themselves from their assigned lot in life. This form of slavery is essential to maintain some measure of social order, peace, and tranquility for the ruling upper class. So this is slave master language.
Yes.
Like we talking about legalese. Well, this is a slave masteries. This is how they speak.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they was passing that good ass advice to all of their buddies. You know, planning, always planning. They have plans that walk, plans that fail, plans to fail this way, it would fail that way. They got a plan for that. Everything has already been planned as far as they know. As far as they know.
I ain't gonna lie, we definitely been having fun. And I already know we could do it forever, but
Ovaltine.
it's going from topic to topic because it gets so wild. But y'all already know. If anything, y'all got to start letting it be known in the comments section. What y'all interested in next? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Is y'all rocking with us like that? We rocking with y'all the same way.
That's right. So let some of those big guns come in. Let those big dogs come in. Philly OG, PNF. Hunter, you can come. Yeah.
Yep. So
because the skin is a living organism.
Yep, it's breathing.
It's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest organism, so it's probably super intelligent.
Yeah. Like I look at everything as an extension of the brain. You feel me? So It's just the same exact skin. It's just on the outside. So everything is coming from that. What we looking at is intelligent. Coming from those neurons. Everything is really an extension of that pineal. That pineal is part of that primordial brain. You feel me? It's part of that that reptilian portion of that brain.
And people have found 500 million ways to talk about it, through their allegories, through the parables, through everything. They're really only talking about either darkness and light, sound. So I got thrown off by who runs the world, but whoever runs the world is, I guess, having a jolly good time.
Yep.
The new world order just means that the old world order didn't work. Because I promise you, world order has been here. Yep. Yeah, Calico, you can answer all of Hunter 4D's questions. I mean, not today, I'm just saying, but you know all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it is what it is. Everything, the skin is definitely breathing. It's definitely breathing. You know? That's the whole point of having pores. You feel me? The skin breathes.
It is, and it's also your first line of defense for the body.
Yep. So
there's
even
a lot going on with the skin.
Yep. So just like how we inhale, exhale, the exhaling would be you sweating, getting whatever out of you that doesn't benefit you.
Right. Yeah, pushing it out in the form of carbon.
Yep.
Back to the plants or the trees.
Yep.
Oh. Right. Yeah, we're the push-pull dynamic duels teaming together for life. Us and nature.
Sure.
Man and nature. Surely we're gonna have to break down some man versus human versus kind of like man or sort of like man or wannabe man. Definitely some different types of men walking around. Humans. Mankind. But yeah, I had fun kicking it with you, my brother.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely. It's always going to be Calico and Yasini show. So.
And you already know.
Oh yeah, this has been going on for a long time. Probably like 3-4 years. Shit.
You better believe it. And yeah, y'all already know it's my solar return. I'm a stellium Aries. Cause I got Aries many times in my chart.
Right.
To the point that it's called a stellium. You feel me? So yeah, today April the 13th.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big time for me.
Seems like
I ain't gonna do nothing but what I do every damn day. It ain't nothing to me. I might celebrate like it's my birthday weeks from now. You never know. But right now it ain't nothing to me. It's just gonna be this. It's gonna be good. I know that much.
Oh yeah.
I could do whatever the hell I want to do, but I ain't all fascinated like that.
Right. You already got your mission for life cut out, so.
I know
everything else is just, on the sideline of that. Yeah, you definitely got to cut out. You're a student for life. Okay?
That's for sure.
Life.
Let's see. I'm gonna close this out with let me see. Okay. Hey, Sister Yasini, let them know where they can find you at, sis.
Yasini in the House on YouTube. Denise Grant on Facebook. And you can find my content and my services at YasiniUniversity.com. And that's where I'll be hanging out at also. YasiniUniversity.com. Building it bigger and better every day. All right. Yeah. And go there now.
We're kings and queens, and we're free, not all. As long as there's breath in me, guarantee we'll have it all. Achievements are what's appeasing. Instead of dying for nothing, let's live for a reason. I ain't deaf, dumb, or blind. I come to lead you. Give off the see voice, people. It's really deep, bro. Open your third eye. First, what you sleep up. They wanna creep us, delete us into extinction. They have no distinction unless you're pink, son, or yellow belly, which means your pussy full of chicken hearted. Either way, you can't be in this army. We even took note from some of Marshall's artists. The army was a mountain. It'd be too steep for you to crawl this. Because our central command will be in the sky. Born with no wings, but living like we was born to fly. We have no demands to God, so everything's supplied. If knowledge and wisdom is what you want, guaranteed we'll have it all. Yeah. We're kings and queens, we're free, not dumb.
Did you have that song on SoundStream?
Yes, ma'am.